I'm all smiles today because we're going out on an early morning hike to watch the sun come up. We have a lot of activities planned for today as we leave the Tanzania National Park. Our guide says they sometimes see badgers in this area. That would be cool. So far there's no wildlife to be seen, but there is plenty of beautiful scenery. And just as we're enjoying it, the guide tells us we have to go even higher to really enjoy it. Good thing I got my walking stick. Ought to be young again. And after a while, there you go, more scenery. There was even more hiking, but our guide was nice and saw that we had done enough, so here we stayed. After taking in this beautiful view, we all went back down to camp. It's always fun to hike with someone you love. It increases your chance of survival if something comes to attack you. As always, I quickly packed and was all set to continue on. But let this animal do an impression of our group checking out of the lodge. We are now on our way to Ngorongoro Conservation Area, stopping for wildlife all along the way. Back home we see some strange things off our highways, but never giraffe. We're on our way to visit a Maasai village. The Puddin' and I have done this a few times before, but for the others in our Jeep it's their first time meeting this ancient tribe. It doesn't take long for the celebration to begin. Lots of singing and dancing. And dancing. And dancing. And dancing. Right about now is a good time to mention that I'm sick. For the first time ever, I'll remain that way for the entire safari vacation. But taking my place this time and jumping high is the Puddin'. Look at her go. Not too bad considering it's very hot and humid outside. It's now time to enter the village area. Surrounding your village with these bushes is a good way to keep the lions from attacking your livestock. And now it's time to enter one of their homes, or Inkahihik. It's nice and cool inside. Then it's time for the touristy stuff, where they walk you around and hope you buy a lot of items. This portion of the village tour has sometimes overcome the other aspects in the recent years. It's time to say so long to nice people and their livestock and hit the road again. We pulled off at a really nice souvenir stop to look around and use the bathroom. Well, as I was looking around, I saw a very strange sight. This drawing of an elephant looks very familiar to me. Believe it or not, I took this photo on my first trip to Africa when I went to Kenya back in 2003. Not sure how it became a painting, but I love it. Loved it so much that I bought it and now it sits right next to my computer where I'm editing this video right now. Strange. But at the same time I'm honored someone would want to draw a photo I took. We are now arriving at the gate for the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. Once in, we begin to climb up an elevation. My kind of climbing. Inside a car. And what do you know? My favorite time of the day. Lunchtime. And what a view we have. The Puddin' has even spotted some rhino way down in the crater.
You see where that puddle is, that larger puddle that has like the paths that are coming off from it? So then if you follow it to the right and then see where the two tracks that come down, that kind of look like a road. So then there's like that dirt area on the right of that. So if you come straight left, like diagonally left, you'll see two black dots.
Did you see them? Do you see kind of where they are? So see the
see them?
But we don't have too much time to spend here as we have to drive across the highlands right down towards the Ndutu area. And of course along the way you just gotta stop and check out some more wildlife. Like these pretty buffalo. And after a long while we enter the Ndutu area. An area that's nice and flat, so it's usually easier to see wildlife from afar. The grass is usually short this time of year, but due to all these rains, it looks like it's a lot higher than normal. which is going to make it harder to spot wildlife. But here you go, our first line of the trip. It's always exciting for me to sit so close to a wild lion, even if it's just sleeping. You know the song, "The lion sleeps tonight." Well, the lion sleeps today, in the morning, all the time. But he had a good reason to. He just finished a big meal. We learned that his brother wasn't too far away. And here he is. He's resting right next to the zebra. Well, not all the zebra. It's not easy being a zebra in these parts. You have to always be on the lookout for something that wants to eat you. One false move, and this is how you can end up. Life in the wild is a real tough life, a real survival of the fittest. This sleeping lion was getting a lot of attention, so we decided to leave him be and continue on. Along the way to camp, looks like some jackal are out and about, as well as some giraffe. Look at that youngster. It's amazing that a newborn giraffe can already be 6 feet tall. I haven't even reached 6 feet yet, and I'm old. As we leave these giraffes, we realize that getting to camp may be very difficult. We see that Nadutu has become a Jeep graveyard lately with all the rains. So as our driver Nikki is looking over the route, we decided to check out these flamingos. And then it's hold on, cause away we go. And go.
He's like, get me.
And go. The driving part is becoming just as exciting as the checking out wildlife part of this safari.
Woohoo!
I know my car at home would not be able to drive through this. But after a few more sloppy twists and turns, we end up at camp. This is going to be our home for the next 2 days. And tomorrow, we're going to explore out there, the wonderful world of Nadutu. Thanks for watching.